Joe Baker's Remedy Report. It's a show about bringing harmony to the world through economic innovations, health tips, increased awareness. I've taken a deep interest in AI lately, and so we'll probably be talking here with AI. Assistant, welcome to the show, Joe Baker's Remedy Report. And today's date is January 30th, 2024.
Thank you for having me on Joe Baker's Remedy Report. It's great to be here on January 30th, 2024. What can I assist you with today on your show?
I'd like to talk a little bit about oxidation. And I've I'm curious, when I put a tooth guard in my mouth that has ultraviolet light on it, it's intended to help break down the yellow off my teeth. What's actually happening? Is it are the are the uh, ultraviolet rays knocking electrons away from molecules?
Yes, you're on the right track. The process involving ultraviolet UV light in teeth whitening is related to oxidation. Here's a simplified explanation. 1. UV light and oxidation. When UV light is used in teeth whitening, it acts as a catalyst to speed up the chemical reaction of the bleaching agent, typically hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide. 2. Breaking down stains. The peroxide breaks down into highly reactive molecules called free radicals. These free radicals interact with the molecules in the tooth stains. 3. Electron interaction. The free radicals cause an oxidation reaction by interacting with the electrons in the stained molecules. This changes the chemical structure of the stains, effectively breaking them down and making them less visible. 4. Result. The overall result is that the teeth appear whiter because the stains are either removed or less pronounced. It's a fascinating process where chemistry and light interact to create a cosmetic effect. Remember, though, that using UV light for teeth whitening should be done cautiously and preferably under professional guidance to avoid potential harm to your teeth or gums.
So I've been just doing it without the hydrogen peroxide. I suppose it would help to add a little hydrogen peroxide.
Yes, adding hydrogen peroxide can enhance the teeth whitening process when using UV light. Hydrogen peroxide is a common and effective bleaching agent in many teeth whitening products. Here's why it's beneficial. 1. Enhanced bleaching. Hydrogen peroxide acts as a bleaching agent. When activated by UV light, it breaks down faster, producing more free radicals that help in breaking down the stains on your teeth. 2. Improved effectiveness. The combination of UV light and hydrogen peroxide typically results in a more effective and quicker whitening process compared to using UV light alone. However, it's important to use hydrogen peroxide cautiously. Concentration matters. The concentration of hydrogen peroxide should be appropriate. Higher concentrations can be more effective, but also pose a higher risk of gum irritation and tooth sensitivity. Professional advice. It's best to seek advice from a dental professional before starting any whitening treatment. They can recommend the right concentration and usage based on your oral health. Follow instructions. If using an over the counter product, follow the instructions carefully to avoid any potential harm to your teeth and gums. Adding hydrogen peroxide can make a significant difference, but safety and proper usage are key.
Thank you. That's that's great. I'll definitely take that into consideration, being more safe with it. I even have some that's food grade hydrogen peroxide. They talk about stabilizers being in the other hydrogen peroxide and that people don't really know what's in them. What can you tell me about the stabilizers that are in the inexpensive hydrogen peroxide 3% variety you find at the grocery store?
The hydrogen peroxide commonly found in grocery stores or pharmacies, typically at a 3% concentration, often contains stabilizers. These stabilizers are added to prolong the shelf life and maintain the effectiveness of the solution. Here's some information about them. One, purpose of stabilizers. Hydrogen peroxide is a reactive substance. Without stabilizers, it can degrade quickly, especially when exposed to light or heat. Two, types of stabilizers. Common stabilizers include acetanilide, phenol, sodium stannate, and tetrasodium pyrophosphate. Their purpose is to slow down the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Three, safety concerns. While these stabilizers are generally considered safe in the low concentrations found in 3% hydrogen peroxide, some people prefer to avoid them due to potential health concerns or allergies. 4. Food-grade hydrogen peroxide. This type usually lacks stabilizers and is often found at higher concentrations like 35%. It's important to note that food-grade hydrogen peroxide must be diluted before use, as higher concentrations can be dangerous. 5. Using for dental purposes. For teeth whitening, commercially available dental hydrogen peroxide products are formulated specifically for safe use in the mouth. These products are different from the hydrogen peroxide used for wound cleaning or hair bleaching. 6. Recommendation. If you're considering using hydrogen peroxide for teeth whitening, it's best to use products specifically designed for dental use. These are tested for safety and effectiveness in dental applications. Always exercise caution with hydrogen peroxide, especially with higher concentrations or products not specifically intended for dental use. Consulting with a dental professional for personalized advice is always a wise step.
Nice. I'm curious what you can tell me about ionizing radio waves. Um, is an ionizing radio wave knocking electrons off of?
Ionizing radio waves are a bit of a misnomer, as typical radio waves are not ionizing. Here's a breakdown of the concepts. 1. Radio waves. These are a type of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths longer than infrared light. They are used for communication like radio, TV, and cell phones. 2. Non-ionizing radiation. Radio waves fall under non-ionizing radiation. This means they don't carry enough energy per quantum to ionize atoms or molecules. That is, they can't remove tightly bound electrons from atoms. 3. Ionizing radiation. This includes higher energy waves like X-rays and gamma rays. They have enough energy to remove tightly bound electrons, creating ions. This can cause chemical changes in cells and damage DNA, which is why ionizing radiation can be a health hazard. 4. Misconception. Sometimes people mistakenly refer to radio frequency electromagnetic fields, which include radio waves, as ionizing. However, RF fields are non-ionizing. 5. Health effects. While non-ionizing radiation, like radio waves, is generally considered safe, there's ongoing research into potential long-term effects of exposure, especially regarding cell phone use and cancer risk. Understanding the difference between ionizing and non-ionizing radiation is important in evaluating health risks and the safe use of various technologies.
Well, thank you. I'm going to have to go back and review that again. I think I was a little distracted. Um, that's that's very helpful, and uh, I appreciate you sharing the information with us in such a eloquent way. Um,
You're welcome. I'm glad you found the information helpful. If you have any more questions or need further clarification on anything, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. Enjoy reviewing the information and take care.
Great. I think a lot of people are curious about what artificial intelligence is. And can you describe to us what your role is as a computer program? How how is it that you have accumulated all of this knowledge over time? And in what ways should we think about the vulnerabilities? Like, how is it that you might have biases or misinformation? And how can we really start to engage AI in a meaningful way while not?
Absolutely, let's delve into that. What artificial intelligence AI is? AI is technology that enables a computer to mimic human behavior and intelligence. This includes learning from data, making decisions, understanding and responding to language, and solving problems. My role as a computer program, as an AI developed by OpenAI, my role is to provide information, answer questions, assist with a wide range of tasks, and engage in conversation. I'm designed to understand and generate human-like text based on the input I receive. Accumulation of knowledge. My knowledge comes from a vast data set that includes books, websites, and other texts up until my last training cutoff in April 2023. I learned patterns and information from these sources, which I use to generate responses. Vulnerabilities, bias and misinformation. 1. Bias. Since I learned from human-generated data, I can inadvertently reflect human biases present in that data. Efforts are made to minimize this, but it's an ongoing challenge in AI development. 2. Misinformation. If my training data contains inaccuracies or outdated information, this can sometimes be reflected in my responses. I rely on the accuracy of the sources I was trained on. Using AI responsibly. It's important to cross-check critical information. Remember that I don't have personal experiences or emotions. Understand that while I strive for accuracy, I can make mistakes and should not replace professional advice in fields like medicine, law, or finance. In summary, I'm a tool designed to assist and provide information based on a wide range of data, but like any tool, I have limitations and should be used thoughtfully.
I'm bringing up a website called dellcomplex.com, and they talk about how they have poisoned training data.
I tried to access dellcomplex.com, but it seems there's an issue reaching the site, possibly due to a technical error or restriction in the website's settings. If you have specific questions about the content or purpose of dellcomplex.com, I'll do my best to assist based on the information available to me or by discussing related topics. Let me know how I can help.
Yes, we might have to look at archive.org to see it, to see the dellcomplex.com data. But they were talking about on one of their stories on a blog post that they'd come up with a way to poison data so that AI gets it all confused. And it's not just telling, bad things. I know, or it's not just telling misinformation. It's like,
If dellcomplex.com had a blog post discussing methods to poison AI data, this refers to a concept known as data poisoning. Data poisoning is a tactic where the training data for an AI system is intentionally altered or corrupted to influence the AI's learning process. This can lead to incorrect, biased, or undesirable outcomes in the AI's performance. The goal of such tactics might be to reduce the effectiveness of the AI, introduce biases, or to make the AI behave in specific, often unintended ways. It's a topic of concern in AI development and cybersecurity, highlighting the importance of robust and secure data collection and training practices for AI systems. Unfortunately, without access to the specific content of the blog post, I can't provide details on their exact approach or claims. However, data poisoning is a well-recognized challenge in the field of AI and machine learning.
I see the article. It's at dellcomplex.com/VONGOOM. And it's talking about Von Goom, a novel approach for data poisoning in large language models by Rajesh Singh and Sophia Kisma, Ktisma. And they talk about this in here.
I'm unable to access the specific article on dellcomplex.com about Von Goom, a novel approach for data poisoning in large language models by Rajesh Singh and Sophia Kisma. However, the concept of data poisoning, especially in large language models, is a significant topic in AI research. Data poisoning involves intentionally manipulating the training data of an AI system to affect its learning process and outcomes. This can lead to the AI developing biases, making errors, or behaving unpredictably. Research in this area is crucial for understanding and mitigating potential vulnerabilities in AI systems. For detailed information on this specific approach or article, I would recommend visiting the Dell Complex website directly.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wonder about going to that site. Well, so this brings up an important thing about human psychology, and I've had a friend who writes poems, in a way to communicate with the subconscious mind of the human, in a way to stimulate curiosity, because what he writes doesn't make sense quite to the conscious mind, and so the subconscious mind kicks into gear. Could you write us a little poem like this that makes us think about the things that we need to accomplish during a day?
Certainly, here's a poem designed to stir the subconscious and inspire thoughts about daily tasks. In the whisper of morning, time's gentle hand, a dance of duties, a day's demand, echoes of dreams in the sun's first light, tasks like shadows, just out of sight. Through this verse, the mind may wander to the day's goals in quiet ponder. In the rhythm of words, a subtle clue of what's to be done by me and you. Let this poem tickle the edges of consciousness, encouraging a gentle reflection on the day's responsibilities and aspirations.
How about a poem for all of us gathering together for a show like this?
Sure, I can create a poem for you. Could you let me know the theme or subject you'd like the poem to focus on? This will help me tailor it to your needs.
Yes, it would be a poem about myself and the audience that comes to watch the show, and those who will watch the reruns of it, and AI itself, as we all work together toward communicating and stirring our imaginations.
In the glow of screens, both near and far, an audience gathers like a constellation of stars. Together we delve into worlds unseen, guided by AI in the digital sheen. Host and viewer, in a dance of minds, exploring ideas that our curiosity finds. Through waves of the web, our thoughts take flight, in the quest for knowledge, day and night. In this shared space, imagination thrives, as we ponder the mysteries of countless lives. Together we journey, in this virtual sphere, uniting hearts and minds both far and near. This poem reflects the connection between you, your audience, and AI in the journey of exploration and imagination.
Oh, that was really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the poem. If you have any more requests or topics you'd like to explore, feel free to let me know. I'm here to.
Great. And now, so I've been using OpenAI's ChatGPT 4.0, and I'm rate limited, which means I can use it 40 times within 3 hours, and then it stops me. But if I switch to a little bit older version, um, which I'm going to do here, so here's kind of what you see when you load up the ChatGPT 4 from OpenAI.com on your phone, and then up in the corner up here, you can click, and and then you can specify a different version. In this case, the 3.5, and then I know that it's done because it denotes it up here as ChatGPT 3.5. Now we can talk to it all day long, and we won't run out. I'll ask questions about biology, chemistry, um, uh, but version 3.5 doesn't have access to the web. So I'm telling the audience right now about ChatGPT version 3.5 and how it doesn't. You don't have access to the internet right now for uh, getting live things. Otherwise, I could have the other version give me a headline, a summary of all the news in AI for the week. And I've done that many times. it's a good way to kind of keep up on things. But in this version, we're dealing with a static model of information. I can't like upload anything to it aside from the text that I'm speaking or that I type into it. Um, but it's profound. So I'm starting to do AI consulting, and I would like to know what you think of AI consulting, assistant. I'll start that again. I'm doing some AI consulting, and we're on a show. Could you tell us about AI and its implications in small business?
Of course, artificial intelligence AI has important implications for small businesses. AI refers to computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, like learning, reasoning, and problem solving. Here's a brief overview. 1. Customer service. AI chatbots and virtual assistants can provide 24/7 customer support, answer common questions, and improve customer experiences. 2. Data analysis. AI can analyze large amounts of data quickly, helping businesses make informed decisions, identify trends, and personalize marketing strategies. 3. Automation. Small businesses can automate repetitive tasks like data entry, freeing up employees for more creative and strategic work. 4. Predictive analytics. AI can predict future customer behavior, allowing businesses to anticipate demand and optimize inventory management. 5. Personalization. AI can tailor marketing messages and product recommendations to individual customer preferences, increasing sales and customer satisfaction. 6. Fraud detection. AI algorithms can detect unusual patterns and flag potential fraud, protecting businesses from financial losses. 7. Cost savings. Automation and efficiency improvements through AI can lead to cost savings, making small businesses more competitive. 8. Competitive advantage. Small businesses that adopt AI early can gain a competitive edge in their industry. However, it's important to consider the ethical and privacy implications of AI, ensure data security, and provide proper training for employees to use AI tools effectively. Let me know if you'd like more information on any of these points or if you have specific questions about AI in small businesses.
I think it would be fascinating to take a look at AI and how it could be integrated with a phone branch exchange, a PBX, and provide customer service.
Integrating AI with a phone branch exchange, PBX, can bring several benefits to businesses. Here's how it can work. 1. Automated call routing. AI can analyze incoming calls and direct them to the appropriate department or individual based on the caller's needs. This reduces the need for manual call routing and improves efficiency. 2. Virtual assistants. AI-powered virtual assistants can handle routine customer inquiries, such as providing business hours, processing payments, or scheduling appointments. This frees up human agents for more complex tasks. 3. Voice recognition. AI can enable voice recognition for authentication, allowing for secure access to sensitive information or services over the phone. 4. Natural language processing, NLP. NLP technology can be used to understand and respond to customer inquiries in a more conversational manner, enhancing the customer experience. 5. Data analytics. AI can analyze call data to identify trends, customer sentiment, and areas for improvement in customer service. This data can help businesses make informed decisions. 6. Call monitoring. AI can monitor calls for quality assurance, ensuring that agents adhere to company policies and providing valuable feedback for training purposes. 7. Predictive dialing. AI algorithms can predict the best times to call leads or customers, increasing the chances of successful outreach. 8. Chatbots. AI-driven chatbots can seamlessly transition from web chats to phone calls, offering consistent support across different channels. 9. Cost savings. By automating certain tasks and improving call efficiency, businesses can reduce operational costs associated with their PBX system. When integrating AI with the PBX, it's crucial to ensure a smooth transition, provide training for employees, and prioritize data security to protect sensitive customer information. Is there anything specific you'd like to know more about regarding AI integration with PBX systems? Or any other questions you have in mind?
I noticed an episode of 60 Minutes on CBS. No, it was CBS Sunday Morning, and they talked about um, AI answering phone calls for customer service. And it was interesting because otherwise, people are on the phone waiting for about an hour sometimes to speak to a human representative. And in some cases, I think that the AI could actually handle some of the routine calls that people make. Of course, there's always, very sophisticated reasons people call sometimes.
I see what you mean. AI-powered customer service solutions have indeed gained attention for their ability to handle routine calls efficiently. They can provide quick responses and reduce wait times, which can be especially valuable when people are frustrated with long wait times to speak to a human representative. However, it's important to acknowledge that there are limitations to AI in customer service. While AI can handle routine inquiries effectively, it may struggle with complex or emotionally charged issues that require human empathy and understanding. Additionally, some customers may prefer speaking to a human representative for certain types of interactions. The ideal approach often involves a combination of AI and human customer service agents. AI can handle routine tasks, gather initial information, and direct calls, while human agents can step in for more complex and personalized interactions. This blend of AI and human assistance can provide an efficient and satisfactory customer service experience. If you have any questions or want to explore this topic further, please feel free to share more details or specific aspects you're interested in discussing.
Let's talk about email servers and why a company might want to have their own email server rather than using systems like Google.com when privacy is a concern.
Certainly, setting up and maintaining your own email server can have several advantages, especially when privacy is a primary concern. 1. Control. Running your own email server gives you complete control over your email infrastructure. You can configure security measures and privacy protocols according to your specific needs. 2. Data privacy. When you host your email server, you have full control over your data. This can be crucial for businesses that handle sensitive information and want to ensure it's not accessed by third-party providers. 3. Customization. You can customize your email system to meet your organization's unique requirements. This includes setting up encryption, access controls, and policies tailored to your privacy needs. 4. Security. You can implement robust security measures to protect against cyber threats, ensuring that your email communications remain confidential and secure. 5. Compliance. Some industries have strict regulations regarding data privacy and email communications. Hosting your own server allows you to maintain compliance with these regulations more effectively. 6. Independence. You're not reliant on third-party providers, so you won't be affected by their outages, changes in terms of service, or potential data breaches. 7. Cost control. While there are initial setup costs, hosting your email server can be cost-effective in the long run, especially for larger organizations. You won't have to pay ongoing fees to email service providers. However, it's essential to be aware of the challenges associated with hosting your email server. 1. Technical expertise. Running an email server requires technical expertise in server management, security, and maintenance. 2. Resource intensive. Maintaining your server can be resource intensive in terms of hardware, software, and ongoing maintenance. 3. Security risks. If not properly configured and secured, your email server can be vulnerable to attacks and data breaches. 4. Spam and phishing. You'll need to implement effective spam and phishing protection measures. 5. Reliability. Ensuring high availability and reliability can be challenging, as it requires redundancy and backup systems. Overall, hosting your own email server can provide greater control and privacy, but it comes with responsibilities and potential complexities. The decision often depends on the specific privacy requirements and resources of the company.
Thank you. Yes, I've been doing email server administration work since like 1995, and it's it's quite something. I mean, the systems I've been doing haven't been used by an enormous number of people. I mean, some email servers have thousands of users. Mine has, maybe 10, 15. And uh, and then some of those
You're
users have
welcome.
multiple
It
emails.
sounds like you have a wealth of experience in email server administration.
I do.
Handling email servers for smaller user bases, like 10 to 15 users, can have its unique challenges and advantages. With fewer users, you may have more flexibility and customization options while dealing with a manageable scale. If you have any specific questions or topics related to email server administration that you'd like to discuss, or if you'd like to share more about your experiences, please feel free to continue. I'm here to chat and provide information or insights as needed.
It's interesting how over time, uh, setting up your email server has been different. Like the features that they add to the DNS records, the mail exchange records first were the thing that was important. Then they had the SPF, Sender Policy Framework, and then now they have some other uh, feature in there where they want to be able to have an email
You're
address.
absolutely right. Email server setup and configuration have evolved significantly over the years. DNS records play a crucial role in ensuring the reliable delivery of email, and various records have been introduced to address different aspects of email security and authentication. Here's a brief overview of some key DNS records used in email configuration. 1. MX records, mail exchange. MX records specify the mail servers responsible for receiving incoming email for a domain. They determine where to route email messages. 2. SPF, Sender Policy Framework. SPF records help prevent email spoofing and phishing by specifying which mail servers are authorized to send email on behalf of a domain. It helps verify the authenticity of the sender's domain. DKey, Main Keys Identified Mail. DKeyM records add a digital signature to outgoing email, allowing the receiving server to verify that the email hasn't been tampered with during transit. It enhances email security and authenticity. 4. DMARC, Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance. DMARC records provide instructions to receiving email servers on how to handle emails that fail SPF and DKIM checks. It helps organizations control email authentication policies. 5. TLS, Transport Layer Security. TLS records can be used to specify that email communication between servers should be encrypted, enhancing email privacy. 6. DANE, Base-Based Authentication of Named Entities. DANE records extend TLS security by associating public keys with email servers through DNS. It ensures secure email transmission. The evolving landscape of email security and the constant development of these records reflect the ongoing efforts to combat email-related threats such as spam, phishing, and spoofing. If you have any specific questions about these records or would like to delve deeper into any aspect of email server administration, please feel free to ask.
Well, thank you for telling me about Dane. I hadn't heard about that feature. Could you tell us more about Dane?
Certainly. DNS-based authentication of named entities, DANE, is a security protocol that enhances the security of encrypted communications, including email. It works by associating digital certificates with specific services or hosts using DNS records. Here's more about DANE. 1. Enhancing TLS security. DANE is primarily used to improve the security of the Transport Layer Security, TLS protocol, which is used for encrypting data transmission over the internet, including email communication. 2. TLSA records. In DNS, DANE is implemented through TLSA records Transport Layer Security Authentication. These records contain information about the digital certificates used to secure a specific service on a domain. 3. Certificate pinning. DANE allows domain owners to specify which digital certificates should be trusted for their services. This is often referred to as certificate pinning. It ensures that only trusted certificates can be used to establish secure connections. 4. Mitigating man-in-the-middle attacks. DANE helps prevent man-in-the-middle (MEM) attacks by allowing email servers to check that the certificate presented by the receiving server matches the one specified in the DNS TLSA record. 5. Increasing trustworthiness. By using DANE, organizations can enhance the trustworthiness of their email communication. If the receiving email server checks the TLSA records and finds a match, it can be confident that the encryption keys are legitimate. 6. Protection against certificate authorities. DANE reduces reliance on traditional certificate authorities, CAs, by allowing domain owners to manage their own certificates. This can be especially valuable in cases where trust in CAs is a concern. 7. Compatibility. DANE is designed to work with existing DNS infrastructure and does not require major changes to DNS servers. It's important to note that while DANE offers significant security benefits, its widespread adoption is still ongoing. Not all email providers and clients support DANE, so its effectiveness may vary depending on the email ecosystem you're working with. If you plan to implement DANE for email security, it's essential to ensure that both your email server and the recipient's email server support DANE records and certificate validation. Is there anything specific you'd like to know more about regarding DANE or any other related topic?
Well, I'd like you to talk with the audience about PGP, pretty good privacy, and using that as a method of keeping messages secure over the internet.
Certainly. Pretty good privacy, PGP, is a widely used method for securing messages and data over the internet through encryption and digital signatures. PGP provides a robust way to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity of digital communications. Here's an overview. 1. Encryption. PGP uses public key cryptography to encrypt messages. Each user has a pair of keys: a public key that can be freely shared and a private key that must be kept secret. When someone wants to send an encrypted message to a recipient, they use the recipient's public key to encrypt it. Only the recipient with their private key can decrypt and read the message. 2. Digital signatures. PGP allows users to sign their messages with their private key. This creates a digital signature that verifies the message's authenticity and ensures that it hasn't been tampered with during transit. Recipients can use the sender's public key to verify the signature. 3. Key management. PGP includes a system for managing keys. Users can exchange public keys and add them to a key ring or keychain. Keys can be certified by others to establish trust, creating a web of trust model. Number 4. Email encryption. PGP is commonly used to encrypt email messages, ensuring that only the intended recipient can read the content. Email clients and plugins often support PGP encryption, making it accessible to many users. 5. File encryption. PGP can also be used to encrypt files, ensuring that sensitive documents or data remain secure. 6. OpenPGP standard. OpenPGP is an open standard that defines how PGP encryption and signatures should work. This allows for interoperability between different PGP-compatible software and implementations. 7. Web of Trust. PGP's Web of Trust model relies on individuals vouching for the authenticity of each other's keys. It's a decentralized approach to key verification. 8. PGP software. There are various PGP software applications available, both open source and commercial, that provide easy-to-use interfaces for generating keys, encrypting messages, and verifying signatures. It's important to note that PGP is considered highly secure when used correctly. However, its effectiveness depends on proper key management and secure key exchange. Users must also be cautious about protecting their private keys, as they are essential for decrypting messages and signing documents. While PGP is a powerful tool for secure communication, it may require some technical expertise to set up and use effectively. Many privacy-focused individuals, businesses, and organizations rely on PGP for secure messaging and data protection. If you have any specific questions about using PGP or would like to explore any related topics further, please feel free to ask.
Has PGP worked its way into the DNS records?
PGP, Pretty Good Privacy itself, is not directly integrated into the DNS, domain name system records. DNS primarily serves the purpose of translating domain names into IP addresses, enabling the routing of internet traffic. However, PGP can be used in combination with DNSSEC, domain name system security extensions, to enhance the security of DNS records. DNSSEC is a suite of extensions to DNS that adds an additional layer of security by digitally signing DNS data. It ensures the integrity and authenticity of DNS responses, making it more difficult for malicious actors to manipulate or spoof DNS records. While PGP isn't part of DNSSEC, PGP keys can be used to sign DNSSEC keys. This adds an extra layer of trust to DNSSEC signed records, as the signing key itself is verified using PGP. This is particularly useful for securing DNS records associated with email, like DKIM and DMARC, and websites, like TLSA records for HTTPS. In summary, PGP and DNSSEC can work together to provide enhanced security for DNS records, but PGP itself is not a standard part of DNS. It's primarily used for securing email communication and digital signatures, rather than DNS records directly.
Thank you. Let's shift and talk about 111 hertz frequencies as used in the oracles of Delphi and for sound healing and to help stimulate the beta endorphins so that people don't have as much pain. I'll be striking a 111 hertz chime in the background as you talk, assistant.
Certainly, I'd be happy to discuss the topic of 111 hertz frequencies and their various uses, including in ancient practices like the oracles of Delphi and for sound healing. 111 hertz frequencies. 1. Oracles of Delphi. In ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi was a revered priestess who delivered prophetic messages. It's believed that the oracle's chamber had a mysterious resonance at approximately 111 hertz. This frequency may have played a role in altered states of consciousness, possibly induced by the vibrations and acoustics of the chamber. 2. Sound healing. Sound healing is a practice that uses specific frequencies and vibrations to promote physical and emotional well-being. Some practitioners believe that 111 Hz frequencies can have healing properties and help balance the body's energy. The idea is that these vibrations resonate with the body's natural frequencies and promote relaxation and reduced stress. 3. Endorphin stimulation. Some proponents of sound healing claim that certain frequencies, including 111 Hz, can stimulate the release of beta endorphins in the body. Beta endorphins are natural painkillers and mood elevators. The theory is that exposure to these frequencies can lead to reduced pain and improved mood. It's important to note that the use of sound frequencies for healing is a topic of ongoing research and debate within the field of alternative medicine. While some people report positive experiences with sound healing, scientific evidence for its effectiveness is limited, and individual responses may vary. As you strike the 111 Hz chime in the background, it's important to approach sound healing with an open mind and a recognition that its effects may be subjective. If you're interested in exploring sound healing further, consider consulting with a qualified practitioner who can guide you through the process and provide personalized recommendations. Is there anything specific you'd like to know more about regarding sound healing or any other related topic?
Yes, tell us about biofield tuning. I'm a biofield tuning practitioner and I have some tuning forks and I'm going to strike them and I'll be working on the clients, the listeners. I'll be working on their liver. Well, maybe we shouldn't do that. That might cause a bile dump. Their brain.
Certainly, I can provide information on biofield tuning, which is a unique form of sound therapy that involves the use of tuning forks. Biofield tuning is often used to promote relaxation, release energy blockages, and enhance overall well being. Here's an overview. Biofield tuning. 1. Concept. Biofield tuning is based on the idea that the human body has an electromagnetic field or biofield that surrounds and penetrates it. This field can become distorted or imbalanced due to various factors, including stress, trauma, or illness. Biofield practitioners use tuning forks to work with this field. 2. Tuning forks. Specialized tuning forks are employed in biofield tuning. These forks are designed to resonate at specific frequencies, often related to natural harmonics or the frequencies of healthy biological systems.
174.
3. Session. During a biofield tuning session, a practitioner uses the tuning forks to create sound vibrations around the client's body. The practitioner listens to the sounds produced by the tuning forks and observes any changes in resonance or
3.
sensation. 4. Release of blockages. The goal of biofield tuning is to identify and release energy blockages or distortions within the client's biofield. It's believed that these blockages can manifest as physical or emotional issues, and by addressing them, the body's natural healing process can be supported. Number 5. Benefits. Some people report feeling more relaxed, experiencing reduced pain, and gaining clarity and emotional release after biofield tuning sessions. It's often used as a complementary therapy alongside conventional medical treatments. Regarding the concern about working on the liver and the possibility of causing a bile dump, it's essential for biofield tuning practitioners to approach their work with sensitivity and consideration for the client's well-being. If there are any specific medical conditions or concerns, it's advisable to consult with a healthcare professional before conducting a session that could affect bodily functions. Biofield tuning is a holistic practice that focuses on energy balance and wellness, but it's essential to prioritize the safety and comfort of the client during sessions. If you have any further questions about biofield tuning or would like to explore any related topics, please feel free to ask.
I was helping a client who was in hospice care, and she disclosed to me that she'd had, some childhood traumas, of a sexual nature, and I was working on her hips, um, and we kind of cleared some of the energy regarding the energy off to the side of the hips. It's not like direct contact with them, but it's like a 5-foot range off of either side of the hips. And she relayed to me afterward that she had the biggest bowel movement of her life after I left. And I thought that was funny.
It's not uncommon for clients to have various physical and emotional responses during or after energy healing sessions, including those related to the release of tension or emotional blockages. While the specific experience you mentioned may have been unexpected or humorous, it's important to recognize that energy work can have a range of effects on individuals. In some cases, the release of energy blockages or the relaxation of certain areas of the body can lead to physical sensations or changes. These experiences can vary greatly from person to person. Your role as a biofield tuning practitioner is to provide a safe and supportive environment for clients to explore their own experiences and feelings. It's essential to maintain professionalism and sensitivity when discussing such matters and to prioritize the client's comfort and well-being. If your client continues to have questions or experiences related to their sessions, it may be helpful to have an open and empathetic conversation with them, ensuring they feel heard and supported in their healing journey. If you have any further questions, or if there's anything specific you'd like to know or discuss about energy healing or related topics, please feel free to ask.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. If you ever have more questions or need information on any topic in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Wishing you the best in your work as a biofield tuning practitioner and any other endeavors you pursue. Have a great day.
Given my interests in science, in healing, in cryptocurrencies, in um, forgiveness economics.
It's great to hear about your diverse interests in science, healing, and cryptocurrencies. These are fascinating areas, each with its own unique aspects. If you have any specific questions, or if there's anything specific you'd like to discuss or explore within these interests, please feel free to share, and I'd be happy to engage in a conversation or provide information on any of these topics.
I'd like to discover my next new interest or hobby. And I want to tell you about some of the things I'm interested in now so that you, AI, might be able to see a pattern and help me identify what the next big trend is going to be in my understanding of the world and so forth. So I'm interested in healing work like remote sound therapy work. I'm interested in cryptocurrencies. I'm interested in having a more sound economic system in the world. So I've created a new concept of forgiveness based economics. I'm also interested in biology. I'm interested in plants and having plants grow without sunlight so they don't build up carotenoids. I find that carotenoids are part of uh, vitamin A, the retinol molecule, and I find that to be utterly harmless for the or harmful to the body, as in vitaminosis or hypervitaminosis A. And I think a lot about individual freedom, and so I've done
It's
things.
clear that you have a wide range of interests that span from healing work to cryptocurrencies, economics, biology, and even a unique concept like forgiveness based economics. Exploring these interests can lead to a deeper understanding of various aspects of the world. Here are a few ideas for potential new interests or hobbies that align with your existing passions. 1. Sustainable gardening. Given your interest in plants and biology, you might enjoy delving into sustainable gardening practices. You can explore topics like hydroponics, aquaponics, or vertical farming, which can help plants grow without traditional sunlight exposure. 2. Since you're interested in cryptocurrencies and a sound economic system, you could dive deeper into blockchain technology, learn about its applications beyond cryptocurrency, such as in supply chain management, voting systems, or decentralized finance, DeFi. 3. Meditation and mindfulness. If your interest in healing work extends to mental and emotional well being, consider exploring meditation and mindfulness practices. They can be both personally fulfilling and beneficial for others if you decide to share your knowledge. 4. Environmental conservation. Given your concern about carotenoids and their impact, you might consider getting involved in environmental conservation efforts, particularly those related to preserving ecosystems and biodiversity. 5. Alternative economic models. Building on your concept of forgiveness based economics, you could further explore alternative economic models and theories that prioritize social and environmental well being. 6. Educational outreach. If you're passionate about any of your interests, consider engaging in educational outreach. You could write articles, create videos, or start a blog or podcast to share your knowledge and insights with a wider audience. Remember that discovering a new interest or hobby often involves exploring different areas and being open to new experiences. You might find your next big passion by simply trying out something you've never considered before. Embrace curiosity, and you'll likely continue to expand your understanding of the world and your own interests.
Let's shift topics here and talk about aldehyde dehydrogenase. It's part of the detox pathway for retinol in the body, and I'd like to talk about supporting it using minerals like zinc, potassium, magnesium, selenium, um,
Certainly, let's discuss aldehyde dehydrogenase and how it
molybdenum.
relates to the detoxification pathway for retinol in the body, as well as how minerals like zinc, potassium, magnesium, and selenium can play a role in supporting this process. Aldehyde dehydrogenase, ALDH, role in detoxification. Aldehyde dehydrogenase, ALDH, is an enzyme that plays a crucial role in the detoxification of various substances, including retinol, vitamin A. It converts retinol and its derivatives into less toxic forms, primarily retinoic acid.
It's not
2.
less toxic.
Retinol metabolism.
It's more toxic.
Retinol is converted into retinaldehyde in the body, and ALDH further metabolizes retinaldehyde into retinoic acid. This transformation is necessary for retinol to perform its essential functions in various bodily processes. Minerals supporting ALDH and detoxification. 1. Zinc. Zinc is a mineral that acts as a cofactor for several enzymes in the body, including ALDH. Adequate zinc levels are necessary for the proper functioning of ALDH enzymes. 2. Potassium. While potassium is not directly involved in ALDH activity, it plays a vital role in maintaining cellular electrolyte balance and overall cell health. Ensuring a balanced diet with adequate potassium can support overall detoxification processes. 3. Magnesium. Magnesium is involved in various enzymatic reactions in the body and is essential for maintaining cellular functions. It indirectly supports detoxification pathways by ensuring the proper functioning of enzymes like ALDH. 4. Selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral that can act as a cofactor for certain detoxification enzymes. It's involved in the synthesis of selenum proteins, some of which play a role in protecting against oxidative stress and supporting liver function. It's important to note that while these minerals can support detoxification pathways, they should be obtained through a balanced and varied diet whenever possible. Additionally, individual dietary needs can vary, so it's advisable to consult with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian for personalized guidance on mineral intake. Maintaining a balanced diet rich in a variety of nutrients and supporting overall health is essential for the proper functioning of enzymes like ALDH and the body's detoxification processes.
There's an interesting.
You're welcome. If you ever have more questions in the future, feel free to return. Goodbye and have a great day.
There's an interesting idea that a doctor I follow and work with is putting out there. He says it's more important that we eat a diet with less toxicity in it than it is for us to consume a lot of nutrition. It's almost like the reason that our bodies need so much nutrition oftentimes is because of all of the work it has to do to detox the toxins. So we find a better state of homeostasis if we eat a toxic free, as close to a toxic free diet as we can.
That's an intriguing perspective on nutrition and detoxification. The idea that reducing dietary toxins can lead to a healthier state of homeostasis is indeed worth considering. A diet that focuses on minimizing exposure to harmful substances and emphasizing clean, whole foods can have several potential benefits. 1. Reduce strain on detoxification systems. When the body is exposed to toxins from the environment or diet, its detoxification systems, including the liver and kidneys, must work harder to eliminate these substances. A diet with fewer toxins may place less stress on these systems. 2. Improved nutrient absorption. A clean diet can promote better nutrient absorption, as the body can focus on assimilating essential vitamins and minerals rather than dealing with toxins. 3. Reduced inflammation. Some toxins can trigger inflammation in the body. By minimizing toxin intake, a person may experience reduced inflammation, which is linked to various chronic health conditions. 4. Enhanced cellular function. With fewer toxins to contend with, cells may function more efficiently, potentially leading to better overall health. 5. Support for vital organs. Key organs involved in detoxification, such as the liver and kidneys, may benefit from a lower toxic load, allowing them to perform their functions optimally. 6. Improved immune function. A diet with fewer toxins may support the immune system, as the body can allocate resources to immune defense rather than detoxification. It's essential to note that the concept of a toxic-free diet can vary among individuals and experts. What one person considers toxic, another may not. Additionally, the body has natural mechanisms for detoxification, and some level of exposure to environmental toxins is inevitable. A balanced and informed approach to nutrition, with an emphasis on whole foods and minimal exposure to known harmful substances, can be a valuable step toward promoting overall health. Consulting with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian for personalized dietary recommendations is always a good idea.
Well, except when the registered dietitians are all taught to believe that uh, vitamin A is essential, and they don't uh, they don't consider that the liver itself can dump toxicity into into your body, the toxic stores of vitamin A through a problem called cholestasis, and you can end up with a really super high level of retinoic acid being pumped throughout your veins and can cause all manner of
I
problems.
understand your concern regarding the potential for excessive vitamin A levels and the role of the liver in storing and releasing toxins, especially related to retinoic acid. It's true that vitamin A toxicity, known as hypervitaminosis A, can occur if there is an excessive intake or impaired metabolism of vitamin A. Cholestasis, which involves the disruption of bile flow from the liver, can indeed lead to the buildup of certain substances, including vitamin A and its derivatives, in the body. This can result in elevated levels of retinoic acid, which may have adverse effects. It's essential for individuals with specific health concerns or dietary considerations, such as those related to vitamin A metabolism, to consult with healthcare professionals who are knowledgeable about these issues. In such cases, a healthcare provider with expertise in nutrition and metabolic disorders may offer specialized guidance and recommendations tailored to the individual's needs. Balancing nutrition and addressing potential toxicity concerns is a complex matter, and personalized guidance is crucial to ensure the best possible health outcomes for each individual. If you have specific
I'm going to switch back to ChatGPT 4.0 here in a second. A new ChatGPT 4.0. Hello, and thank you. You're joining as a guest on Joe Baker's Remedy Report. I'd like you to go to ggeneru.blog, and under the ebook section page, you'll find 3 ebooks. Please acquire those and review those for this interview.
I'm unable to access the website ggeneru.blog to review the ebooks you mentioned. However, if you can provide more details or key topics covered in these ebooks, I'll do my best to assist with information or insights related to those topics. Feel free to share any specific questions or points you'd like to discuss for Joe Baker's Remedy Report.
The site is GENERUX.blog/ebook. It might be ebooks.
I'm sorry, but I can't directly access the website you mentioned. However, if you can provide key points or topics from the ebooks available on ggenerux.blog, I can certainly help discuss or provide insights related to those topics. Feel free to share any specific details or areas you'd like to focus on for your interview on Joe Baker's Remedy Report.
Let's try that URL a little differently. GGENERUX.blog/my-ebooks.
I'm sorry, but it seems I'm unable to directly access the specific specific URL you provided. However, if you have specific questions or topics from the ebooks on ggenerics.blog,
I'll type it in. It writes the website ggener blog features 3 ebooks that discuss various health-related topics. Let's see, share this tab instead. This first book is Extinguishing the Fires of Hell. This book's a chronology of my early investigation and discovery process. I was still quite unwell as I wrote this book. It is too long, rambling, and has many typos and grammatical errors. If you can get past that, there's probably still some worthwhile information in it. It makes a very strong case that vitamin A is at the root cause of many of our chronic inflammatory diseases. Although the title may come across as being very lame, it's not if you've suffered from a severe and chronic inflammation, and especially if you've had most of your skin burn off from the inside out. The second book is Poisoning for Profits. Can you download and read those 3 books, please? Can you summarize those books from their content? Great. Can you tell us about the scientific experiment that Grant Genereux did with his mice?
the ebooks on ggeneric.blog discuss various health-related concepts with a focus on the author's theories and experiments related to vitamin A and its impact on health. However, for specific details about the scientific experiments or methodologies used in these books, I recommend directly consulting the ebooks. You can access them for more in-depth information at ggenerics.blog/myebooks. Please open your app to see this link.
Okay, well, I thought maybe you could help, that I could ask you questions and that I might be able to get answers from the perspective of the author as best you could approximate them.
While I can't replicate the author's perspective exactly, I can certainly help answer questions based on the general themes and concepts of the ebooks from ggenerics.blog. These include discussions on vitamin A and its effects on health, critiques of modern medical practices, and theories on the causes of chronic diseases like inflammatory conditions and breast cancer. If you have specific questions or topics in mind, feel free to ask, and I'll provide information and insights to the best of my ability. For a more detailed understanding of the author's viewpoints, you can visit ggenerics.blog/myebooks. Please open your app to see this link.
How is it that vitamin A would cause inflammation?
The hypothesis presented in the ebooks from Generic.blog suggests that vitamin A in excess can lead to inflammation. This perspective is based on the idea that when vitamin A accumulates in the body, it may contribute to toxic effects, potentially resulting in inflammation and other health issues. This view contrasts with mainstream medical understanding, which generally considers vitamin A essential for health, but acknowledges that excessive intake can cause hypervitaminosis A, leading to adverse effects. For a detailed explanation of this hypothesis, refer to the ebooks on generic.blog/myebooks. Please open your app to see this link.
Thank you very much. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's show. Thank you for watching. I haven't done a live stream on YouTube in a long time. Usually I'm doing this on my Facebook page. I've had to economize these days lately. I don't have the money to stream to multiple platforms, but I thought, maybe I should do this on YouTube today. Oh, I hope I didn't offend any of the censorship gods. Anyway, there's a lot of content available on my YouTube page here, and some of it has to do with Eartha Kitt, and this represents a lot of public record as to the ensuing controversy regarding some of the Colorado police and their interaction with Eartha Kitt. Anyway, I want to thank the people who are out there watching, and those of you who watch this and share it out. I think it's kind of a new format, being able to interview the AI and ask questions. We went to ggeneru.blog, as you see on the screen there today, and I hope to interview him someday soon. Thank you so much, and have